Well, good morning, everybody. It is Friday, April the 4th. Hope everybody's had a good week. It's about time to get back to things and enjoy the weekends and remember what we're working for out there. So, we've had some developments in the last week or so, and I wanted to come to you guys about this and kind of share what we're doing and the direction that we think that, well, I think that I can go with the xHRC chemistry and the new tool that we have at our disposal to help you guys in the EOR, EUR, and frac flowback increase in IP applications. So I'm going to dive right into it. What what I've been working on is we've developed a patented nanobubble generator that produces sub 85 nanometer nanobubbles. This is designed to enhance the water quality and oil field performance. The technology combined with xHRC's sub 50 nanometer particles, sodium potassium silicate versions, creates a revolutionary two-step process for frac applications. Now let's define the capabilities of XPC's nanobubble generator, mirroring the previously provided capabilities. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of the details. This particular nano generator it doesn't use a membrane. It's a Venturi pressure and flow effect to create these uh, nanobubbles. So basically, what we can do is we can enhance the transfer and oxygenation of the fluids that we already have in our XHRC. So there's potentially trillions of stable sub 85 nanometer nanobubbles that will remain suspended in our chemical or in water, depending on the pH, whether the acidity, alkalinity, the higher the alkaline, the better they hold, for periods up to months. You know, their neutral buoyancy and strong negative surface charge enables this highly efficient gas transfer, increase in dissolved oxygen levels to support aerobic processes and maintain water quality. What does this mean for you? This means in this process, we can mitigate and kill SRB and ARB bacteria. No biocides. You could potentially remove the use of all biocides in this application. You know, the nanobubbles plus the combination of the XHRC have such a negative charge, it's going to attract and bind to dirt, oil droplets, suspended solids, and enhance your separation via filtration or flotation. Basically, we should achieve greater than 90% total suspended solids reduction and greater than 80% oil removal. This means you have cleaner water to start with from the beginning of your frac applications. So back to the biofilm and scale prevention. The nanobubbles generate hydroxyl radicals, which will break down bacteria and prevent biofilm buildup. The charge inhibits mineral scale formation, reducing pipe clogging and maintenance needs. So keep track of these bullet points I'm sharing with you. Enhanced gas transfer and oxygenation, contaminant removal, biofilm and scale prevention, improved chemical and physical properties. What that means is the nanobubbles will reduce surface tension, increase solubility, and enhance heat transfer efficiency, making the water more effective for treatment processes and reducing energy use. This is a chemical-free treatment. There is no chemicals applied during this process. It's proprietary, patented technology without external gases or chemicals, offering an eco-friendly solution that aligns with cost-focused oilfield operations. So with this particular product, you can get enhanced gas transfer and oxygenation, contaminant removal, biofilm and scale prevention, improved chemical and physical properties, and a chemical-free treatment. This is all with one specific tool. So that's no chemical. That's not even including the xHRC. The xHRC, with its sub 50 nanometer silicate particles, forms a protective oxygen silicon coating on metal surfaces. This reduces corrosion, H2S, and microbial influence corrosion, MIC, while at the same time it enhances hydrocarbon recovery by 30 to 40% based on Texas A&M contact angle testing. It destabilizes hydrogen bonds, increases surface water wetting, and reduces surface tension. It makes it ideal for EUR, EOR, and frac applications. So if you guys have been following along, it's not a shortage of data that we have and how this chemistry actually improves flowbacks, improves EOR recovery. The numbers in the lab are saying 30 to 40%, but in the field, we're averaging over 100% no matter what we touch. So and that's the average. Good wells, bad wells, all together over 100%. So what I'd like to do is leverage this patented nanobubble generator with the xHRC for frac applications. How can we make your wells better? How can we increase your EUR? How do we cut your chemical cost? How do we get away from what you're currently doing to save you money on spends that could no longer be necessary? And at the same time, increase your profits, your ROI. If I could save you $100,000 on the front side to make you $1 million on the back side, why wouldn't you do it? So what I'm proposing is a two-step process. We pre-treat the frac water during transfer, however you guys want to do it. We'll figure it out with the nanobubble generator during the water transfer. At that point, then we can do our regular frac program where we inject 2 GPT of the xHRC into your frac fluids to increase your recovery and get the same results, hopefully, that we got in Gaines County and we're seeing across these EOR applications across the U.S. and Texas and Oklahoma. So how is that groundbreaking? Well, you're already moving the water, right? Whether you're using transfer, anything, transfer pumps, transfer companies are buying it, you just run your water through our manifold with the nano generators in it, and you're nano bubbling the water going to location. Sub 85 nanometers. Getting rid of bacteria, cleaning the water up, dropping your TSS. What does that do for your pipe on pipe and your friction reducers? How does that make your whole chemical program perform better? And then the added bonus of it is you're carrying nano bubbles into your formation during your frac. There's nothing negative about that. So when you combine the xHRC with the nano bubbles, you're going to get a synergistic effect. So water quality, killing bacteria, moving contaminants, greater than 90% TSS, 80% of oil, especially if it's reuse water. You're going to prevent biofilm scale buildup, reduce surface tension, improve oil-water separation, increase dissolved oxygen, optimizing frac fluid performance. Combined with that, with the xHRC, the XS chemistry, you get the silicate nanoparticles to enhance the oil mobilization, reduce corrosion, mitigate paraffin and asphaltene buildup, and increase your EUR gains, estimated ultimate recovery. The combined effect is, I think, astronomical. Enhanced dispersion, improved oil mobilization, and superior corrosion protection. At the same time, you could be mitigating H2S and all the other things that are, prevalent in your formation because of the frac fluids we're using. I want to not just go after you guys in the Permian Basin. I want to go after everybody. Anybody moving water, any water transfer company hearing this podcast or that knows me or hears anything of it, contact me. We can do this. I probably can't do it by myself. I'm just putting it out there. This is what I want to do. The science is behind it. The feasibility of this two-step process is along these lines. We pre-treat frac water. You could potentially kill 99.9% of the anaerobic and aerobic bacteria in the water. This has already been documented by other guys in the nanobubble space. We're not infringing on what they're doing. We're just offering a better way. So you have bacteria-free frac water, minimizing MIC risk in the Permian, Eagle Ford, and Haynesville, Oklahoma, wherever you want to go. You're touching water, we can clean it. You're going to drop the irons. You're going to increase dissolved oxygen. You're going to oxidize the ferrous iron to ferric iron, which you guys want, which precipitates as ferric hydroxide. There are guys out there doing this on the fly right now to clean produced water to be able to use it for fracking. Yeah, so how does that work? The nanobubble's negative charge binds to metal ions, aiding removal via flotation or filtration. Reduces iron content in the frac water, preventing scale and fouling. This is a big deal. And at the same time, if you use xHRC, it does the exact same thing. So again, there's a lot of synergy. The nano generator just complements and compounds what our chemistry already does. So there may be cases that we don't need to use the chemistry. Maybe cases that the nanobubbler alone does what it needs to do. But that's what we're here to do. We are here to introduce options that innovate and change the way you guys do things. You know, right now, Lord knows what you're spending on water transfer, what you're spending on packs, H2O, ferric iron, choline chloride, chlorine dioxide, all these things you guys are doing to try to clean your water. I can attest that we can probably do this mechanically and with one green, safe chemical that not only will take care of the things you're spending money on, but at the same time, when you run these fluids down your hole, should get you a 50% increase in your EUR versus what you're doing right now. And none of this can hurt your formation at all. Nothing. There's nothing in here, the chemistry or the nanobubbles, that are going to cause any damage to your formation. And the beauty of it is, think about it. Let's just say we're in an EOR situation. You've got a oil well that's got problems. No problem. Guess what? We can inject CO2 into the xHRC and carry that down your well. I'm not proposing this for fracs, but I'm saying during EOR applications, you've got an underperforming well. You know, instead of having to do a CO2 flood, we can go in with the xHRC chemistry that's already been nanobubbled, inject some CO2 into the chemistry, pump it down your well, and see what happens. I mean, that's the beauty of what I do. I can tailor my cocktails and my formulas for your specific application. You know, I'm not going to be the cheapest, not going to BS you. I will tell you what I think I'm capable of, and I will tell you what I'm not capable of. But I am here to be the headache, the thorn in the side of all the guys that said I couldn't when I know damn well I can. You know, you're not going to get this chemistry that I have from anybody else. It's impossible because there's nobody else out there that has it. You're not going to get off the shelf a nano generator that works this way and does these things. You know, I'd hate to mention competitors, but you're not going to get a nano gas situation that does the same thing that I do. I can't do the same thing that nano gas does. Moliar, they have a membrane type generator. We do not. I'm not trying to step on toes here. I'm just trying to follow the best practice to increase oil and gas recovery, cut your costs as a frac operator. You know, let's be honest, a lot of you guys are fracking, a lot of guys aren't. You're just trying to hold on to what you have. So if you're trying to hold on to what you have, trust me, I'm in the same boat. We are purchasing and operating stripper wells ourselves. So we understand the complexities and the issues that you deal with. Um, Big operators that are drilling and fracking, I don't have a clue other than working with you guys, but I do know cost is an issue. So anytime we can eliminate costs and improve performance, I'm all about that. Always have been. Since I got in the production side of the business, there's been multiple times when I worked for other people, I got in a bind because I did something that benefited the operator and not the company I was working for. That's not a whole lot of people that'll do that, but I did it, and I still do it. Most of the things I do today are for free. People have problems, they bring them to me. I provide the solution, and 9 times out of 10, I don't get rewarded for it. I know it's my fault for not being that guy, but I always believe that if you're willing to help other people in need, that sooner or later somebody's going to scratch your back and you're going to be taken care of. But at the same time, I'm trying to do this and educate you guys where you haven't been educated. I'm not saying your education was wrong. I'm just telling you a lot of it's not right. You've been lied to. You've been misled. You're believing in marketing hype and not asking for the backup. I wish things were that easy for me. I wish I could say something and every one of you pick up the phone, send an email, call, whatever, and order thousands of gallons of chemical to go do this. That's not the way I operate. Would I like to achieve that? Yes, I would. And hopefully one day with the things that I'm doing and the effort that I put forth, it's rewarded. In the meantime, I'm just going to keep throwing my truths out there. Some of you may be offended, some of you might. But ask yourselves, are your water transfer companies looking for ways to cut your costs? Are your water transfer companies looking for ways to increase your EUR or your overall recovery factors in your wells? Are your chemical companies doing that? Are your chemical guys focused on selling you chemical or solving your problem? I don't know anybody in the chemical business other than myself that is focused on solving your problem. They want to treat your problem, not solve your problem. As an operator myself, as being, and also being related to and family members of operators, I see these problems on the daily. How can we do things better? How can we make things better for our children? How can we make things better for us right now? How do we do that? You have to look at things without blinders on and identify some of the things that we're overlooking or people don't want to look at. You have to ask yourself, with all the intelligence in this and all the revolutions we've seen since 2007, 2008 in the fracking and the drilling side, why are not the people like Schlumberger or Halliburton, or what used to be Clariant, Champion X, why are they not championing these new technologies and options to chemicals? Why are they not doing that? You think of them as a partner, a friend, but they're not. They're the drug dealer, you're the junkie. I'm trying to break your cycle and break your habit by making you more money, showing you there's another way, giving you the opportunity to be a winner within your organization and say, I did that. I listened and it made sense. I pulled the trigger on it. I made us that extra $1 billion this year. It's possible. If it wasn't possible, I wouldn't use those numbers. But let's just say for a small operator, you save $100,000 a month on chemical pretreatments on fracs, and you make $1 million a month off better recovery. Do you get rewarded or do you get kicked out the door? Think on that. Have you thought about it long enough? Yeah, that's kind of my moment of silence for reflection. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this up. In conclusion, I want to reiterate the Xtreme Performance Chemicals two-step process that we envision. We're putting together now, looking for pilots and opportunities to pre-treat your frac water with our patented nanobubble generator that creates sub 85 nanometer size nanobubbles in the frac fluid itself, the water, followed by an xHRC application to revolutionary solution for frac operations. What does that mean? We're going to revolutionize how you do things. Adding the nanobubbles to your water, then adding nanobubbled xHRC to your frac fluids at the recommended rate that we've come up with off of testing and field results should revolutionize operations for frac operators in the Permian, the Eagle Ford, Haynesville, Oklahoma, wherever else. And the beauty of this is we can do it offshore. Not that there's a lot of fracking going on offshore, but the xHRC is non-hazardous and green. It can be used offshore as well. The generator doesn't care where it goes. We can treat any kind of fluids. So, in summary, we want to revolutionize the process. The process is scientifically feasible. Nanobubbles killing bacteria, dropping ions, and achieving greater than 90% TSS reduction and greater tan 80% oil removal. While the xHRC enhances oil mobilization, improves frac efficiency, and provides superior corrosion protection, potentially achieving greater than 50% EUR. That doesn't even take into account what the nanobubbles can do in your formation to mobilize more oil as well. The two just piggyback. So this can be an exclusive Xtreme Performance Chemicals, the only nano powered frac solutions. It's there for the taking. It's proprietary, it's patented. There's other things that we're doing to innovate in this space. We are going to change the dynamics for you operators, and we're looking for somebody willing to dance. Let's put together a pilot program. Let's quantify this, and let's take the money to the bank, yours and mine. You guys have a great weekend. Looking forward to seeing you guys again soon or talking to you. Wish you the best. God bless.